Recently, I didn't get a chance to contribute, but recently, the fandom celebrated what was known as Starlight Glimmer Day. Yeah, in case you guys don't know, the show has become so popular to the point that fans, through various parts of the fandom, if not pop culture, have basically dedicated certain days of the year to certain characters. And one of them, of course, just happened to be Starlight Glimmer. Heck, sometimes they dedicate certain months because the months have a theme. But, everybody still has issues with Starlight. Maybe not as much anymore, but they still have issues. And again, everybody has a right to their opinion, but when you look at someone like Starlight Glimmer as a character, I've said it before, heck, I did a video on her, which I appreciate the views and comments and everything, guys. And it's become one of my more viewed videos in the past year or a couple of years. But basically, when you look at Starlight Glimmer, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that that her redemption basically felt kind of rushed. They didn't like the idea that it felt kind of rushed. Like, here's a character that when she was an antagonist, did things that she shouldn't have done. She brainwashed the populace at a village to follow her lead and believe that equality was the best way to go. Nobody having to worry about cutie marks. Everybody's equal, nothing to worry about. And then what she did in the finale of season 5, or tried to do, until she realized, look, or not her, but until Twilight basically apologized for the fact that, look, I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry that happened. But you can't just let a moment like that, change your outlook on life. And that is true. That's true. You can't just let one little incident, change your outlook on life. But with Starlight Glimmer, so with that and the fact that, everybody was willing to give her a second chance, like, okay, if Twilight says, you're cool to give a second chance to and be friends with, we'll try the same thing. I understand, again, that some people don't like the rushiness of the moment. Like, it just doesn't make sense to them why you would go this route with a character like Starlight. But the one thing Silver Quill pointed out that kind of supports Starlight's redemption and her being the character that she's become is she kind of falls in line with other characters. She falls in line with characters like Luna, characters, believe it or not, like Sunset Shimmer. And the reason being is because she had done something so almost horrific. I mean, heck, she even mentions how she looks at it like the fact that she almost destroyed the universe. Silver Quill basically defended the fact that her redemption, and I even said this myself, and I'm sure others would agree, is the kind of redemption that it works because you're following its progression throughout the following season and seasons beyond that. I mean, he even mentions how Luna, throughout her various appearances at times, would, mention her past, and she would even deal with situations to kind of conquer that past. Same with Sunset Shimmer. Heck, a lot of people look at Sunset Shimmer and they say she has the best storytelling for redemption between both franchises, if not entirely overall. And that probably is true. And I think the other thing Silver Quill pointed out is when you compare Starlight's redemption and Luna and Sunset's redemptions to other redemptions like Diamond Tiara, to Stygian, and some others, it's like, or even Discord, it's like a one and done. It's like, okay, all it takes is a friendly little speech, boom, one and done. Now, and heck, even Trixie at times, Trixie Lullamoon, it's like a one and done kind of deal. But I will argue this, that even though Starlight, Luna, and Sunset have better examples of, rebuilding their lives and redeeming themselves from what they had done in the past, there were times, even just very brief, that you saw similar situations, very brief situations, with Trixie, Discord, Diamond Tiara, and even Stygian, even if they were very, very brief. You saw those moments. The point is, when you get back to Starlight, though, when you get back to Starlight here, I think the reason some people feel that her redemption just, even to this day, just doesn't feel correct is because when you look back at last season, on the episode On the Road to Friendship, On the Road to Friendship, she did something that she shouldn't have done. And it shows that she still has a little bit of that antagonisticness to her. But she realizes that she did something that she shouldn't have because it meant so much to her friend. And she acted without consent. And again, what this is, ladies and gentlemen, is just an example of her still redeeming herself. Even to this day, even up to the recent seasons, she still has moments written in the episodes she's involved in to where she has to redeem herself for what she had done. She still falls prey to her previous faults. And it's all about character building. It's all about coming full circle. And sooner or later, yes, there's going to be a moment, maybe in the second season, maybe in the 9th season, where she comes full circle. And does something that basically was teased. Let's be honest, it was teased in the end of season 6. And you can't tell us that that's going to come full circle in the final season, possibly, because I think that's what's being built upon. And once that moment is accomplished, then Starlight would have basically come full circle and would have come truly full circle in her redemption. I mean, Sunset, for example, a lot of people say she's redeemed, but yet when you look at Spring Breakdown, she still kind of blames herself for, partially she blames herself for the magic of Equestria seeping into the human world. So she still feels like she needs some she still has redeeming to do, even though a lot of people would say she's fully done that. The point is, in the end, when you look at Starlight Glimmer, would you agree with how her redemption is handled? In a way, the redemption is still going on. Just like I said, it seems that the redemption, even though fully realized in the eyes of a lot of fans, is still going on with Sunset. It's still going on. It's still being built upon. And, even Luna, even though she is fully redeemed, there are still moments where she feels she needs to redeem herself as well. And if what some people are suspecting to be true about the premiere and about Celestia's decision to retire is part of Luna fully redeeming herself, coming full circle in the end, then that's good enough for me. And heck, even the comics accomplished this recently with the Nightmare Nights arc that they did. The point is, guys, in the long run, when we look at Starlight's redemption and where she came from and what she's become, I mean, the fact that she's a freaking school consultant, and then sometimes when Twilight's away on a mission, the principal of a school, that says a lot. That definitely says a lot. So, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at Starlight Glimmer and her redemption as a character, You could agree with it or you don't have to agree with it, but in the end, you have to admit that it's one of the better redemption arcs or character arcs in the series by far. There's no debating that and no really arguing that. It's one of the more better redemption stories there is. And I think you would have to agree. Whether you love Starlight or you don't, you have to agree upon that. So that's all I'm going to really say, guys. I wanted to do this during the Starlight Glimmer week or day that they celebrated, but didn't have a chance. But here I am doing it, kind of a response to that, and sort of a response to Silver Quill's review of the Cutie Remark and what he had to say at the end. So that's all I'm going to say, guys. Let me know what you all think down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later.